It's important to stick to a migraine-friendly diet, and that it'll help you sort of regulate your life, your overall physiologic well-being, besides just avoiding the triggers that you know to cause your migraines. It's just important to have overall a very balanced diet with regular meals scheduled throughout the day. There's a large list of common migraine trigger foods, but some of the more common ones we see are chocolate, artificial sweeteners, particularly aspartame, sometimes fried foods or heavily processed foods can be common triggers. And then people will have all sorts of individual triggers that you don't see that commonly, kind of the low frequency triggers, I would say, the ones you don't see all the time. It can be hard to identify them, but I think keeping a detailed headache diary sometimes can allow you to go back and look for a pattern that may not be apparent. An elimination diet for migraine is when you pick one thing and you take it out of your diet to see if it helps eliminate the migraines. I've actually had a number of people feel that gluten was provoking, so they'll try taking that out of their diet and see if it makes a difference. For some people it's soy, for some people it's eggs, for some people it's a certain type of vegetable. And if your headaches become significantly less frequent, great. If they don't, then maybe that wasn't the right thing to pick. You can add it back and take something else out and see if that maybe makes the difference. Just because a certain food tends to trigger your migraines doesn't necessarily mean you need to eliminate it from your diet entirely. Say alcohol is a big trigger for a lot of patients, but sometimes just, having one glass of wine a week won't be that bad, and it's, when you hit the second glass that it triggers the migraine. And actually, sometimes with preventative treatments, people can go back to enjoying foods that they know to be triggers, but that they derive pleasure from otherwise. Hypoglycemia or low blood sugar is a very common migraine trigger. So for that reason, it's very important to eat regular meals if you're prone to migraines, and to eat at regular intervals throughout the day so that you avoid periods where your blood sugar plummets a little bit and can possibly trigger a migraine. If you're having trouble identifying your migraine trigger foods, again, it may be time to establish a relationship with a neurologist. Sometimes it's also beneficial to see a nutritionist if you're really having trouble kind of nailing down what in your diet could possibly be causing your migraines.